Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and I'm so grateful that you have joined us for our meditation. Right now we have made it to chapter 6. For those of you who are following along, we are going through my book, Amazing Intuition, Expanding Your Most Important Resource, and taking it one chapter at a time. And so this week we have made it to chapter 6, which is How It Happened for Me. But I have a surprise for you, because instead of my going over how it happened for me, we're going to meditate on your stories. Or you're going to meditate on your own story if you'd like. So let's get started. Let's begin with 3 nice, really deep breaths. First, breathing into our chest. Feeling your ribs expand in the front. Holding it for a moment, or however long you want to, and then allow your exhale to be a little longer than your inhale. And now breathe into your chest and your upper back. Feel all of your ribs expand. Just notice the skin stretching a little bit on your back and your chest. Really full breath. Hold it for a moment, and then and now take the deepest breath you've taken all day, breathing into your chest, your back, all the way down into your belly. Just feel your whole torso expand. Notice how good that feels. And when you're ready, let it out. And now let's relax our bodies. First, let's press our feet and our knees together and kind of press all of the muscles of our legs to the midline. And just press your feet and legs together. Maybe curl your toes under for a breath cycle. So squeeze, 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 and release it when you exhale. And now focus on the pelvis. So pull up your pelvic floor, pull in your glutes, your lower torso. Just squeeze everything in your pelvis. For a breath cycle, breathe in, squeeze, 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 and then release it on the exhale. Now we're going to do, we're going to do the rest of our torso. So from your waist to your neck. So pull your shoulders forward or back, whichever feels better for you. And pull your tummy in. Maybe arch your back a tiny bit and just kind of squeeze your upper torso, your rib cage for a breath cycle. And then make your hands into fists. Pull them up to your shoulders. Tuck your arms into your sides. Tuck your chin. Pull your shoulders up to your ears and just squeeze your arms, your head, neck, and shoulders together gently. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For a breath cycle, breathe in, squeeze, and then let it go and notice how good that feels. That's my favorite one. Letting your neck relax. And so I said we were going to talk about your story. So we've been talking about developing your intuition, which a lot of it is recognizing your intuition. And so let's first just have a few moments of quiet, just to listen to the music. This is a new CD by Liquid Mind called Serenity. So I invite you to think back to your early childhood. You know, some people remember back really far, and other people, barely remember anything before they started school. So wherever you are on that scale, just ask your higher self, your infinite self, as well as your kind of intuitive self, what memory would be helpful for you to focus on today. And just allow a memory of a time when you had an intuitive experience. So I had a time when I was told to pick a number so I could win a cookie, and my Uncle Jerry said, my Uncle Jerry had the number, and he said, I looked him right in the eye and said 6, which was the number. Interesting, this is the 6th chapter, and 6 is my lucky number. But I remember that so clearly because I didn't even want the cookie. It wasn't one that I liked, but I wanted the satisfaction of knowing that I got the right answer. And so if you can't think of anything, or you don't think there's anything there, then just allow a memory from your childhood to come up and just kind of softly breathe through it. And I invite you to know, if you don't remember, that your intuition has always been working for you. Your infinite self, your higher power, your spirit guides, guardian angels have always been communicating with you, whether you realize it or not. And so fast forward a little bit in this trip down memory lane to a time maybe when you were in junior high or high school. And maybe it was like an intuitive sense about a person, like I really can't trust this person, or I can trust this person. You know, the decision to trust someone is an intuitive one. We really don't know if someone is trustworthy until we put them to the test. And so I invite you to just think back to a time and give yourself credit for a choice that you made when you were in junior high or high school. And for some reason, the guides are wanting me to bring up this topic, which is about keeping the peace. Many of us, as we were growing up, were experts at keeping the peace, not rocking the boat, not speaking out, not speaking up, not telling the truth because the truth was uncomfortable and somebody else didn't want us to. I had a situation in high school where I knew that someone had stolen from me. I had all the proof in my hands, and yet I intuitively knew that our friendship group couldn't handle that, and I would be without friends, and I just wanted to get through the rest of high school without having to deal with that. And so I kept quiet, but I intuitively knew what had happened. I intuitively knew, and then I found the proof. So I invite you to just remember a time when you acted against your intuition, whether it was you intuitively knew something and you acted against it, and give yourself credit for making the decisions you make, because sometimes we have to just survive, and we may know something, and we may know someone's lying to us, or we may know someone is going to betray us or has betrayed us, whatever it may be, and we don't bring it up. And I want to tell you right now, that's okay. Your past got you to where you are right now, and we bless it. So let's just breathe through that for a moment, and if anything comes up from you, just know that it's part of your story. It's what got you, it's part of what got you to this moment. Because what your guides want me to say is that sometimes we know something but we don't act on it, and that's okay. So I invite you now to kind of fast forward your memories, maybe to a time when you knew something and you did speak up, when you got the information. I got the information before both of my parents died. With my mother, it was about 5 months. With my father, it was about a year. And I just knew I needed to share it with my siblings, and in the case of my mother, with my dad as well. And I feel like Spirit would not have given me that information also the clear guidance to share it. And so it helped, to get through that a lot, knowing what was coming. And sometimes we know what's coming and sometimes we don't. But I invite you to just let a wave of acceptance roll over you, to accept that your choices up until now, whether it was to act on your intuition or keep it quiet, to share it or not, or even to ignore it. You get to make those decisions. Nobody gets to make them for you, and nobody gets to shame you for not acting the way they think you should have. It's your life and your decisions, and I fervently bless you for making your own decisions. Even if they are different from ones that I would have made, this is your journey. Your soul chose this experience, all the people in your life, all of that. And what I would like to say is embrace it. Let's just sit in a moment of acceptance and know that everything is in divine order, meaning everything is working out to your highest good. Just breathe into that. All is well. All is well. There is much more information available to you than you realize. So my invitation to you right now is to look for it, to listen for it, to tune in whichever psychic sense you want to, whether it's just kind of a sense of knowing, feeling, smelling. And we talked about psychic smell. You know, when you smell something, you know that a loved one's around. I had a great uncle who was a priest who smoked cigars, Father Henry, and he comes around every now and then. So when I smell a cigar smoke, I know it's Father Henry. And he sent me a note when my youngest daughter was born, and he was in his 80s by this time, and he asked me to bring her over to him at the they used to call them rest homes in that day. It was where the retired priest lived. And he asked me to bring my youngest daughter over to him so he could bless her, which I thought was so precious. It was like the best gift he could give me. So you have spirit guides, guardian angels around you everywhere, all the time. And your story is all about when you knew they were there, when you didn't know they were there, when you listened, when you didn't. All of that, it makes a rich tapestry of your life. There isn't a right answer, a wrong answer. There isn't a right way or a wrong way. There's just your way. And live it. Live it fully. Embrace it. Because you are a beautiful, beautiful soul. So take another nice deep breath into this space. So let me remind you that you are whole and perfect exactly as you are. A beautiful soul living your life on purpose. There's no accidents. Your decisions up until now have been perfect because they've gotten you to where you are right now, which is perfect. Even though I don't even care for that word, but it's divine, it's great, it's wonderful, and it's where all of your opportunities lie. So the one presence moving in, through, and as me honors and recognizes the one presence and the one power moving in, through, and as you. Namaste. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week for Chapter 7.